I recently saw this makeup look. Like, look at this. It's giving glam. It's giving Barbie. And I want this on my face right now. If I learn to do my makeup like that, I'm not going anywhere around. Her eyebrows are kind of structured plus fluffy. So we are attempting to do that. And I'm using Maybelline eyebrow pencil in the shade black brown. I'm using Sephora concealer as my eye base. There's a lot going on her eyes. So I'm going to start with my eyes first. And I'm going to also carve my eyebrows with the NARS Sport concealer. For this eye look, I'm using the Patricia Major Dimension 3 palette. I'm starting off with this dark brown shade from the palette and starting off with the outer corner of the eyes, bringing it all the way in. Basically using that as my transition shade. From the picture, the eyeshadow does come all the way to the nose, so we're gonna do that. She does have a little pink situation going on the lid, so I am adding a light pink on the lid. With a more dense brush, I'm picking up this dark brown. Add it just on the outer corner. With the same brush I carved out my eyebrows with, I am going to do a half cut crease. It just took me forever to do the cut crease. So I'm going to set that cut crease with the white color here. And I'm going to add some of the pink again and blend it in with that white. Make it look a little more seamless. I don't know how it's looking, but we're going to keep moving. I'm going to add a teeny tiny wing. Not all the way to the end because we want that brightness to show. And then tight line the waterline. You were gonna believe this eye makeup just took me almost an hour and 30 minutes to do it. And I'm literally tired at this moment, but we're gonna keep going because the base is even harder than the eyes. I'm gonna start with my Amber Release because there's no way I can slay this base without this today. And we are adding two primers today. First one is the Benefit Professional Primer, just on the T-zone. This base is so smooth, there's no pore, there's no texture on it, and this was necessary. And on the rest of the face, we are going in with the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer, my holy grail. No makeup look of mine is complete without this primer. No matter what makeup look I'm doing, I'm always color correcting with the NARS Sport Concealer. That is like a mandatory step for me, which I cannot forget. Foundation for the day, we are going in with the MAC Studio Fix. And can we have a moment for the shade match? It literally looks so good. Next, I'm going in with the NYX Bronzer Stick. Blend, blend, blend. I'm gonna do a little bit of contour as well because we need this makeup to be snatched and sculpted. As you can tell, we need some work here. I never focus too much on my nose, but her nose is one of the highlight of the makeup. She has a very tiny nose, so we need to focus on contouring the nose. Let's move on to the very important part of this makeup, which is basically the brighten under eye and the pink blush. So I'm using the One Size blush. Perfect baby pink for this look. So I'm gonna take some of that cream blush, add it very high on the apples of my cheeks, and it's pigmented, and even bringing it under the eyes. I have never done that before, but I guess it will help us to really brighten the under eyes. We cannot deny the fact that this pink blush is very beautiful. Now for the concealer, I'm going in with the Sephora concealer. So yeah, this is basically the placement that I'm doing for the concealer. I am going to let this sit there for a minute or two so that we get more coverage. I am very scared at this moment because I want this to work. I have almost put 3 hours onto this makeup, and if this didn't work, I am going to cry. Well, that's giving bright under eyes. We like that. Now let's set our under eyes, and for that I specially ordered the Huda Beauty pink powder in the shade Cherry Blossom. I am going to set my face with the Huda Beauty Peach Pie setting powder. I have took that on the brush and just gonna go under the eyes. I guess that is the right way to do the baking. I have seen a couple of tutorials, you guys. Let me know if I'm wrong. Now let's do the part that I'm scared of, which is baking. I'm gonna take a sponge, dip it in the Cherry Blossom, and let's start baking. Of course, the One Size powder blush. I'm gonna add it on the apples of our cheek. And with the same blush brush, I am going to dust off the baking as well. Adding a brown in my waterline. And we're gonna finish this off with the Huda Beauty setting spray. I guess this setting spray is meant for this makeup. So there is the final look. What you guys think of this makeup? I think the 3 hours of work is literally worth it because the makeup, the base or the eyes, it's giving bright, it's giving beautiful, it's giving snatched. What do you think of this makeup, and what other makeup should we try? Let me know in the comment section.